your points champion for 2015 in the pure stock division.
Congratulations to Derek Pollock.
Derek Pollock is your 2015 points champion in the pure stock division. Thank you, Paige. Alrighty, now we're about ready to go. We're about ready to go with our BMOD main event, and I want to remind you of our last set of signboard sponsors: Criticare EMS, Dabs Repair, First Phase Data, Peterbilt, Metal Supermarkets, Cal Tire and Steinbach, Western Tile and Marble and Granite, HB Electric, BRR Dick Windows, Chris Pennycook, Fast Lane Freight, Accurate Scale, Transtech, West Trans, Fillmore Riley, and JMS Motorsports. Thank you to all those folks. If you'd like to get a sign down front here or somewhere around the facility, it would be money well spent. There's lots of people that get to see your sign and your message each and every week. You get in touch with Carolyn Braid at Red River Co-op Speedway.ca. Or you can call our office, 582-0527, and ask for Carolyn, and she'll hook you up. That's who looks after all this stuff, and we want to make sure if you want to get involved, we'd love to have you involved. There's no such thing as too much. Come on down. Have some fun with us here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Now, Transtech Industries can take your automotive needs. They provide major and minor engine repair as well as rebuilds on gas and diesel engines, full suspension and brake repairs and maintenance, and fleet scheduled maintenance programs with authorized extended warranty, approved repairs and computer scanning of OEM reflashing available. Visit them on transtechca.com to book your appointment today. Here's how the B-Mods line up. The 4H is Grant Hall on the pole. To his outside, the 17 is Christopher Leake from St. Anne, Manitoba. Inside row 2, it's Brody Dobson. Outside of Brody, the double OD is David Delane. Inside row 3, it's Big Chad in the 29. Starting outside of Big Chad, it's the 44 of Austin Hunter. Row 4 inside the 7th starting spot, the 12 is Tony Casey. Out alongside him, Len Carlson in the 6C. Row 5 has the 921 of Rick Fair inside, the 27 of Joe Tates on the outside. Row 6 has Murray Cozy inside in the 55, and to his outside the 5BA of Aaron Blacklands. Row number 7 has Darren Boychuk inside in that yellow and green number 30, and to his outside Jason Somack in the black 3. Next row, that's row 8 inside, the 13 is Alex Johnson, and to his outside the 19 is John Hatinga. Row 9 has Gary Unruh inside in the 18. These are guys that moved up from the B main. To his outside, the 44X, Devin Gordon. Inside row 10 is Paul Veert in the Veert Landscaping number 8. Keep an eye on him. He can get the job done. Outside, it's the 12L of Brandon Luczynski. We're going green. Green race for second place, Austin Hunter in the 44 and Brody Dobson in the 54. Brody Dobson started third Austin Hunter started 6th, and Hunter has the advantage right now. Yellow flag, we got a tangle in turn number 2. Number 13, Alex Johnson over there. In the Midwest Modifieds, Grant Hall had a 7-point lead going into tonight over Austin Hunter. Now, how did the heat race? Oh, Grant Hall won his heat race, and Austin Hunter was 3rd in his, so that's 2, 3, 4 points. So Grant Hall gained 4 points on Austin in the heat race, so he's 11 up on Austin Hunter. 11 points up on Austin Hunter, and so for Austin to win the points and beat out Grant Hall, he's got to finish 11 or 12 I think, positions ahead of him. So for Austin Hunter to win, it looks like he's got to finish 12 positions ahead of Grant Hall. Now, where is Grant Hall? I don't see him. Oh, he's right in front of Austin Hunter. Hello, wake up. So that's not going to happen. We got them lined up. We go back to the Delaware double file restart. These are the Castrol Midwest Modifieds. This is our final feature of 2015, and as Darren has mentioned earlier on today, we'd like to thank you all for your support throughout 2015. We hope you've had as good time as we have bringing the program to you. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves out here at Red River Co-op Speedway. There's lots of positive changes in the works for next year. We have lots of things on the table that are going to be brought into action next year, and we look forward to All right, we're lined up and ready to go again. 11 laps to go. 4 down, 11 to go. Your point leader is the restart leader. Brody Dobson pushes up a little in turn 2, but gets back on the throttle, goes right back to 3rd place. Dobson in the 54 has the heat on 1st and 2nd, and now 1st and 2nd. Oh boy, we got a spinner. Oh boy, we got a yellow flag. We got a spinner in turn 3. And who is it? What number's that car? Can you see? Number 19. He's over here, John Hatinga. While we're working on the restart lineup, are we ready to go racing? I'm awake. I'm awake. Is your brother awake?
I
You don't know. Well. So we still have 11 laps to go. I thought this is the point we were at a few minutes ago. They wonder why we limit the number of cars in these races. This is exactly why. We're 7 minutes into the time limit. We've done 4 laps. And we're not going green yet.
Brother Owen.
Hello, Owen. I think he might be sleeping, Paige. Okay, we're going to do some racing now. Let's hope. 11 laps to go. Brody Dobson working the high. Oh my gosh. Well, once again, you're welcome to visit the pit area after the races. Meet and greet the drivers. I know a lot of them will be happy to let you sit in the race cars and take photographs. And so we have all of our, just about all of our push and tow trucks supplied by Winnipeg Dodge over there in turn 1. So the Midwest Modifieds, as we told you, Grant Hall has an 11-point lead over Austin Hunter. Paul Beard was third, and he was 21 points, 17 points back. Darren Boychuk, all the way from Brandon, he's not far out of the running, 40 points out. Nice to have him come every week from Brandon. That's a fairly long tow. So I didn't see what happened down there. We'll find out who's charged with the yellow here shortly, but all right, well, let's get going. We're still got stuff on the track. You know, I'm going to tell you what, I had told the people they want to visit the pit area tonight, but when you're down in the pit area, you know what, Paige? Your dad has a treat for you because Angeline Martin made brownies last night, and we didn't eat them all. You want one?
Yeah!
All right, you can have a brownie. Angeline Martin makes the good brownies, that's for sure. We'd like to say thank you to Dr. Hook's Roadside Assistance Clean Team for their help this summer, and the Family Fun Zone sponsored by QX 104 FM, and our Junior Fan Club sponsored by Dufresne Furniture. Late Model Class was sponsored by the Starbucks Credit Union, Lightning Sprints by the Winnipeg Free Press, Metal Recycling, while we leave all that to Urban Mine, the Urban Mine Pit Recycling Bin, and Midwest Modified Class sponsored by Castrol, The modified class sponsored by Big FM. The Pace Truck supplied by Winnipeg Dodge. The Push Truck supplied by Winnipeg Dodge. And the Roll Bar sponsored by Budweiser. We'd like to thank all the folks involved with our program throughout the 2015 season. We look forward to having you all back next year, and many more of you out there that could use the kind of exposure you get here at Red River Co-op Speedway. If you want to get involved with our, look at those illuminated signs. That's the coolest thing we've had in a long time. You want to get right there, lid right up. Mudruckers, Western Marble and Tile. So you want to make sure if you're going to get a sign, inquire about how much the lid ones are. They're pretty slick. Well, there's lots of guys over there, so there must be some sort of problems. I haven't heard what's going on there. I'm going to try and find out right now. I'll be right back. Okay, here's the scoop over there. You're wondering what is taking so long, because I knew I was. The cars are hooked together. So I suggested they throw a pail of cold water on them. They didn't like that idea. They're going to continue to work on it over there and see if they can get them apart. I think we got enough manpower. We can just about throw one into the Urban Mine pit recycling bin. What did you have for supper here tonight, Paige? What did you have from the concession stand?
French fries.
Were they good?
Yeah.
Wrinkle cut French fries. They're the best, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are. I don't know if there's any left, where, as we mentioned earlier, we're trying to get down on inventory come winter. Hey, speaking of inventory, 20% off t-shirts and hoodies. And you are closing in on out of time if you're thinking about it. Don't get it done. 20% off hoodies and t-shirts. That is all over tonight. Well, it might not be all over, but you won't be able to get in here to take advantage of it, because after tonight, it's all over for 2015. Assuming, you know, we get these cars unhooked and everything. They're stuck together. You can't just walk over there and pick one up and move it. I'm sure they thought of that. Dr. Hook is on the scene. They do accident recovery all the time. I think we're getting there. They're working hard to get those cars apart. That's the kind of jobs these guys have. Whatever comes your way, you've got to be prepared to deal with it. And pushing and pulling is easy, but this kind of work is a little bit different. We have mentioned our fire crew and our paramedic crew numerous times over the last couple of weeks. And as we wind down our season here for 2015, I want to again, on behalf of the drivers, say a big thank you to the fire crew here at Red River Co-op Speedway, as well as Criticare EMS. They thankfully don't get pressed into service very often, but when the need arises, they are ready to do business. The other thing is you could throw a chain around them and drag them both back to the pit area, but you can't do that really, because if you do any further damage, the drivers are already experienced who knows what kind of damage, so you can't just hook them on and drag them off, because you just never know what situation the drivetrain is in. If the transmission's locked in gear, you don't want to be towing the car backwards if it's in a forward speed and all those kinds of things. So there's more to consider than just throw a chain on it, get it out of there, which is I'd like to see happen now and then. But these guys, it's particular. They got to be very good at what they do and very careful, because the drivers are standing there making sure that whatever's damaged so far doesn't get any worse. Grand Hall with the restart lead. And as you see them all lined up there until they get a couple wide, that's how they're going to restart. Austin Hunter with the Millennium chassis. And Austin has done a real good job this year, who'd only been racing the car a couple years. He finished second in the points. Oh, we got one cut loose. Paul Beard. Just when we had him out of there, he drove back in there. What the? Well, we thought we made some progress there for a minute, but oh, very good. Carolyn just reminded me that the drivers have t-shirts on sale in the pit area after the races. Some of them have candy to give away and whatnot. So be sure and visit the pit area. And I'm sure if you ask them, you could hop right in that car and take your picture right in the race car. But be careful down there, because depending on how things turn out, there's often hot exhaust and hot tempers. So when you're treading around down there, no harm in asking. Mind if I sit in your race car? Please get my picture. I don't know of any one of them that would say no to that. And lots of them have buckets of candy on the back of their car, and they love meeting their fans. So take advantage of that tonight. Paul Veert is mobile in the 88 car. We still have 11 laps to go. So we have 6 minutes out of 15 still on the clock, although red flag situations do not count, I'm told. Because the track was blocked, that's why. Okay, the track is unblocked. The driver, the crew checking for debris over there, and we're going to get back to green. We're going to roll them around and line them up. 11 to go. We're going to start the leader out front on his own. The double OD of David Delane looks like he's got a little bit of a redesigned right rear quarter panel there. A different racetrack from last night completely. Last night was quite heavy and sticky, but very smooth. Tonight, well, we maintain the smooth part, and it's a whole bunch drier, but that's okay. The drivers, some prefer dry, some prefer damp, some prefer soaking wet, but they all prefer smooth, so we've been able to give them that this weekend. And that's a big deal, because often, years past, there's been more cars damaged from the track than running into other cars. So it's nice to see they've got the racetrack figured out. $11 to go. We're starting them single file style because, well, for the obvious reason. Thank you. And our race director, Dale McEwen, has just told me that if you cause a yellow flag from this point forward, you go to the pits. So get moving is the message. We're going back to green for Odessa, Northern Meats, Roll Enterprises, and Trans-Tech Industries. What a great race for the front three spots. Holy mackerel, look at this. Grand Hall up by the front straightaway. They're 3 wide. Austin Hunter on the bottom. Grand Hall comes back after him. Brody Dobson is your new leader. Last time by, he was 3rd. In 1 lap, he makes the move as Grand Hall slipped up to the concrete wall. That allowed Brody Dobson in the 54 and Austin Hunter in the 44 to slip by and get the 1st and 2nd respectively. Oh, Dobson's way up in the danger zone there. Austin Hunter on the bottom. That 44 car looks pretty good. Not much up there where Dobson is running. Dobson on the high side, the 44 of Austin Hunter running the bottom. Grand Hall off the pace and back in 3rd, but this is going to be a great race right to the finish. Austin Hunter gets right up alongside the turn number 4. Brody Dobson, first spot. Austin Hunter gets a good run coming off of turn 2, but not enough to get by. Dobson moves over to block the bottom. Although he can't hold it there, Austin Hunter is able to maneuver the 44 car lower on the racetrack. Hunter again on the bottom of the racetrack makes a move. Brody Dobson trying to pinch him off, but the 44 of Hunter gets right up alongside now. They're side by side as they head into 3. Dobson with the advantage. Here comes Austin Hunter in the 44. He's your new leader. What a race we got going on for the lead. It took a while to get it going, but man, oh man alive, have we got a dandy going on here. The 54 of Brody Dobson and the 44 of Austin Hunter are door to door, lap after lap. Hunter is your new leader in the 44 car. Brody Dobson falls off the pace a little bit as Austin Hunter starts to pull away in the 44. Grand Hall at 3rd in the 4 car, but it looks like he's unable to reel in the 1st and 2nd place drivers. Two to go, and Austin Hunter has about a 3-car length lead over 2nd place Brody Dobson. This time by, the white flag will fly. Austin Hunter's your leader, but Dobson is all over him like a cheap suit. Hunter on his final lap. Dobson now looking for some traction on that racetrack somewhere. He knows he can't continue to follow him, or he will not make it happen. Now Dobson tries the high side. He's going to cut across the corner. It's not going to work. Austin Hunter grabs the victory. What a great job. Austin Hunter picks up the checkered flag on day 2 of the Prairie Classic. Isn't it funny how when you cause a yellow, you get a black flag? We had no more yellows. Funny how that works, huh? So your winner is Austin Hunter. 2nd goes to Brody Dobson. 3rd to Grand Hall. 4th to the 17 of Leak. Some reason his first name escapes me, but I'll find it here in a second. Huh. Christopher. And rounding out the top 5, the 12, that is Tony Casey. What a great race. Brody Dobson, Grand Hall, and Austin Hunter put on a whale of a show, and Austin and Brody took it over at the end there, but boy, that is a dandy Midwest Modified race. Darren's going to talk with our final feature winner of 2015, and before we send you away tonight, we remind you to please visit the pit area, meet and greet the drivers, get your pictures taken, get some hero cards. It's always fun down there after the races. Everybody's, there'll be some guys disappointed, but a lot of them are as sad as it is that the season's over. A lot of them are relieved as well because it's a pile of work and a pile of money, and it all has to come to an end at some point. So with that in mind, we thank you for coming out and spending your time with us at Red River Co-op Speedway. We look forward to having you back here in the 2016 season. And with that in mind, please drive careful because we want you back here. And we're going to get Austin Hunter out of that Oak Point Oil E1 Fire Trucks, Keewatin Truck Service, West End Radiator, number 44. A real sport, good driver, a good sport. His dad raced super trucks out here for a number of years, a real gentleman as well. We call him Gentleman Jim when he raced, and his son Austin is very respectful of people and their equipment and is just a real good driver. Ladies and gentlemen, he's climbing out of the race car right now. How about a hand for him, Austin Hunter?
Thanks very much, Pat Mooney. Austin Hunter picks up a win here at Red River Co-op Speedway in the Keewatin Truck Service Red Dot 44. Fantastic battle with Brody Dobson. That guy is super competitive, but you managed to get by him.
Yeah, it was really fun. I'm glad Brody's back racing. A lot of guys here can learn from him. We raced side by side. I don't think we touched once. And 2 millenniums. Like they're one of the best B-mods out there right now. So yeah, they're working.
And maybe 2 of the best drivers out there.
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes I question if it's the car or the driver.
Anybody you'd like to thank as we close out 2015 here at Red River Co-op Speedway?
Well, my mom and dad are traveling with me every weekend. The Overbys came to help out today. Brett's here pretty much every week. All the sponsors, the Strands for helping me with the car.
All right, how about it, ladies and gentlemen? Your winner is Austin Hunter in your Midwest Modifieds. That is your Castro Midwest Modified feature winner, and we're going to go back up to Pat now to close off 2015.
Thank you, Darren. Congratulations to Austin Hunter. And we want to say congratulations to Grant Hall, your 2015 Midwest Modified Points Champion. Grant had a great year, and we want to congratulate him on that, winning a points championship. You win races at the track. You win championships in the shop. And the top guys do a lot of work, pour a lot of time in, as some of the drivers have alluded to earlier today. So on behalf of all the drivers, I want to thank you fans for coming out and supporting them this year. And on behalf of the drivers, again, I want to say a big thank you to all their pit crews, because there'd be no race cars out here without the guys that get them ready to come and race every week. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to wish you a good, healthy winter. We'll see you in the spring, and we look forward to seeing you in the pit area. Visit and meet your greeting drivers. Thank you very much for your support at Red River Co-op Speedway. We'll see you next spring. Bye-bye.
Once again, just a reminder, the walk the track going to happen soon. Carolyn's got the stairs here, don't you? Yeah, I've got the stairs. Nice job, Carolyn. And the walk the track will